The glowing artifact that Jake Evans found was not just an old object. It was a key to something very old and very powerful. Deep underground, where no sunlight reached, the artifact began to hum softly. Scientists and soldiers gathered in a secret lab to study it. Dr. Maya Patel was leading the research. The energy readings from the artifact matched the strange signals coming from Earth's core. It was as if the artifact was connected to the planet itself. But how? And why? Dr. Patel and her team worked day and night, trying to unlock its secrets. As they studied, they discovered strange symbols glowing faintly on the artifact's surface. The symbols were unlike any language on Earth. One evening, as Dr. Patel traced the symbols with her finger, the artifact suddenly lit up brighter than ever before. A wave of energy spread through the lab, making the lights flicker. The scientists froze. Something was happening. The artifact began to float slowly above the table. A soft voice filled the room, not spoken aloud but heard in their minds. "Earth awakens. Protector must rise." The scientists looked at each other in shock. What did this mean? Was the artifact alive? Was it calling someone? Meanwhile, far above Earth, the Galactic Empire's commanders watched the planet closely. They had sent scouts to study the artifact and the strange energy. Their reports worried the Empire's leaders. "This energy is growing stronger every day," said Commander Varuk, the Empire's chief scout. "It is protecting the planet. We cannot attack without knowing more." Grand Admiral Corrin was furious. "We have the strongest fleet in the galaxy. Why should a small planet stop us?" But even he began to doubt. The Empire had conquered many worlds, but Earth was different. Back on Earth, Jake felt a change inside himself. Since touching the artifact, he had been stronger and faster. His senses were sharper. He could feel the planet's heartbeat, a deep and powerful rhythm. One night, Jake dreamed of a great warrior standing on a mountain, holding a glowing sword. The warrior looked at Jake and said, "You are chosen to protect Earth. The power of the Ancient Ones flows in your veins." When Jake woke up, he knew his life had changed forever. As the Empire prepared for an attack, Earth's scientists discovered something incredible. The artifact was creating a shield around the planet. This shield blocked the Empire's sensors and weapons. It was invisible but strong. When the Empire's ships tried to fire their weapons, the shots bounced back. The commanders were shocked. "How is this possible?" they demanded. "This planet hides a power far beyond our knowledge," said a scientist captured by the Empire's scouts. "It is the power of Earth itself, old, strong, and alive." The Empire's diplomats tried to negotiate again, but Earth refused to surrender. The people were united now, inspired by the discovery of the planet's hidden strength. On Earth, protests turned into celebrations. People felt hope for the first time in weeks. They were no longer afraid of the Empire. They believed they could fight back. Dr. Patel gathered Jake and the top military leaders. "The artifact and the energy shield are linked," she explained. "We must learn to control this power if we want to protect Earth." Jake nodded. "I'm ready. Whatever it takes." But time was short. The Empire planned a massive assault. Their largest warship, the Dreadnought, was moving into position to destroy the shield. The night before the attack, Jake held the glowing artifact. He felt the energy pulsing through it, and through him. "I will not let Earth fall," he whispered. As dawn broke, the Empire's fleet opened fire. Beams of energy streaked through space, aiming at the shield. The shield held strong, but it began to crack under the pressure. Inside the control room, Dr. Patel and her team worked frantically. "We need to increase the power," she said. "Jake, can you feel the artifact's strength?" Jake closed his eyes and focused. The energy inside him and the artifact grew brighter. Slowly, the shield healed and grew stronger again. The Empire's weapons failed. Their ships were forced to retreat, badly damaged. Grand Admiral Corrin was furious but also afraid. Earth had surprised him. It was no longer just a planet to conquer. It was a force to be reckoned with. The story was just beginning. The Galactic Empire's biggest regret was already taking shape. Under the surface of a small blue planet called Earth, the night was colder than usual. Shadows moved through the trees as Alex sat by a small fire with Nitros. But Alex wasn't relaxed. His mind was full of questions. "How did you come to be?" Alex asked the creature. Nitros was silent for a long moment. "I was made by the Council," he finally said. "A weapon, created in fear and hate, programmed to destroy civilizations that grew too strong." Alex's heart sank. "You mean they built you to kill us?" "Yes, but I was different. I learned, I felt, I changed." Alex looked up at the stars. "Are there others like you?" Nitro's eyes darkened. "Yes, but they sleep now, deep in forgotten places, waiting." Alex shivered. "What will happen when they wake?" Nitros looked distant. War, death, or something new. Far away, inside the dark halls of the Council, secret meetings were held. An elder voice spoke with cold power. "The creature has betrayed its purpose. It feels too much. We cannot risk the others waking," another said. "We must stop the human before he changes Nitros completely." A plan was made. A weapon worse than Nitros would be awakened. A final tool of destruction. Alex started to have strange dreams. Visions of a cold place filled with screaming shadows. A voice whispered in his mind, "He will betray you." He woke up sweating, heart pounding. Nitros noticed. "You see what I left behind? The darkness in my past." Alex nodded slowly. "We will face it together." In the forest, Nitros taught Alex many things. He showed how to listen to the earth, to hear the quiet life beneath the soil. Alex learned how to calm his fears by looking at the small details: a bird's song, the wind through leaves. Nitros was no longer just a weapon. He was a teacher, a friend. But danger was closer than they thought. One night, Nitros disappeared. Alex searched everywhere. He found a crater where the creature had stood. The ground was blackened and cracked. Alex dropped to his knees. "Nitros, where are you?" The wind whispered back, "Gone to find the truth." The Council's final weapon had started to awaken on Earth. It was cold and dark, hiding beneath the surface. It waited. Alex stood alone looking at the stars. He whispered, "We have to be ready." The sky was heavy with clouds as Alex sat in a small, dark room. Hands tied, guarded by men in black armor and the Council's soldiers. They called him a traitor. "They say you betrayed your own people," a cold voice said. Alex stayed silent. He knew telling the truth wouldn't help. Outside, the world was changing. The Council declared Earth infected. They started an invasion. Ships filled the skies. Lasers cut through clouds. Cities braced for war. But inside the darkness, something moved. Nitros returned. His shape was taller, stronger. His eyes no longer calm. They burned with pain. "I have learned," Nitros said to Alex, mind speaking without sound. "I know what betrayal is." Alex looked at him. "We can still stop this." Nitros's voice was low and hard. "I will not fight for those who lie." Alex held out his hand. "Then fight for peace, for Earth." Nitros nodded slowly. But the Council had a secret. A new weapon, darker and deadlier, was ready to awaken. They called it the Final Protocol. The Council's general smiled cruelly. "If Nitros fails, the Final Protocol will end this war." Deep underground, the Final Protocol stirred. Cold metal muscles moved beneath cracked stone. A single red eye opened. It saw the world above. It knew its purpose. Alex and Nitros prepared for what was coming. "We must warn them," Alex said. "Who?" Nitros asked. "The people, the world. We cannot fight alone." As the invasion grew worse, Nitros showed Alex powers no one expected. He healed broken buildings with a touch. He calmed angry crowds with silent presence. Hope grew. But so did fear. One night, Alex looked at the stars and whispered, "Are we ready for what's coming?" Nitros answered, "We have no choice." The final protocol was already on Earth. The warnings from Talon shook Earth's leaders. The Galactic Empire's secret weapon was worse than anyone had imagined. It was a gigantic energy cannon, powerful enough to destroy entire planets in a single blast. Earth's scientists raced against time to find a way to stop it. Dr. Maya Patel gathered her team in the secret lab. The glowing artifact pulsed beside her, shining with an energy that seemed to grow stronger every hour. "We have only days before the Empire fires their weapon," she said. "If we don't find a way to protect the shield, Earth will be destroyed." Jake Evans and the Earth Defense Force worked day and night. They tested new weapons, improved their defenses, and prepared soldiers for a battle they feared might be their last. But the artifact held a secret no one yet understood. When Jake touched it, he felt a strange connection, like the artifact was alive and speaking to him. One night, while studying the artifact, Jake's hand glowed with energy. Suddenly, a vision appeared in his mind. A map of ancient places beneath Earth's surface. The map showed locations of old power centers built by an unknown civilization. The next morning, Jake shared the vision with Dr. Patel and the military leaders. "These places might be the source of the energy," he said. "If we can activate them, maybe we can stop the Empire's weapon." Without wasting time, teams were sent to explore the ancient sites. Deep underground, they found large machines and structures covered in strange symbols, much like those on the artifact. As they activated one of the machines, energy shot into the air, strengthening Earth's shield. The scientists cheered. Hope was returning. But the Empire was preparing for their final attack. The Dreadnought, the largest warship in their fleet, moved into position near Earth. Its massive cannon was ready to fire. Inside the Dreadnought, Grand Admiral Corrin watched Earth's shield glow. He was angry but determined. "Destroy the shield," he ordered. "Fire the cannon." The countdown began. Back on Earth, the energy from the artifact and the ancient machines combined. The shield pulsed with new power, pushing back the Empire's attacks. But the Dreadnought's cannon was unlike anything Earth had faced before. It fired a massive beam of energy at the planet's shield. The shield held but cracked under the enormous pressure. Cracks appeared in the protective field, and panic spread among Earth's defenders. Dr. Patel shouted, "We need more power. Activate the artifact fully." Jake placed his hands on the artifact. The energy inside surged through him. His body glowed as the power connected with his own strength. Suddenly, the shield began to heal, closing the cracks and growing stronger than ever. The Empire's cannon fired again and again, but the shield stood firm. The battle raged on. Ships clashed in space. On the ground, soldiers fought to defend their homes. But deep inside Jake, something was changing. The artifact's power was becoming a part of him. He could feel Earth's energy flowing through his veins. He knew that soon he would have to use that power to protect the planet, or risk losing everything. The Galactic Empire had made a mistake. They had awakened a force they could not control. And Earth was ready to fight back. The warnings from Talon shook Earth's leaders. The Galactic Empire's secret weapon was worse than anyone had imagined. It was a gigantic energy cannon, powerful enough to destroy entire planets in a single blast. Earth's scientists raced against time to find a way to stop it. Dr. Maya Patel gathered her team in the secret lab. The glowing artifact pulsed beside her, shining with an energy that seemed to grow stronger every hour. "We have only days before the Empire fires their weapon," she said. "If we don't find a way to protect the shield, Earth will be destroyed." Jake Evans and the Earth Defense Force worked day and night. They tested new weapons, improved their defenses, and prepared soldiers for a battle they feared might be their last. But the artifact held a secret no one yet understood. When Jake touched it, he felt a strange connection, like the artifact was alive and speaking to him. One night, while studying the artifact, Jake's hand glowed with energy. Suddenly, a vision appeared in his mind. A map of ancient places beneath Earth's surface. The map showed locations of old power centers built by an unknown civilization. The next morning, Jake shared the vision with Dr. Petul and the military leaders. These places might be the source of the energy, he said. If we can activate them, maybe we can stop the Empire's weapon. Without wasting time, teams were sent to explore the ancient sites. Deep underground, they found large machines and structures covered in strange symbols, much like those on the artifact. As they activated one of the machines, energy shot into the air, strengthening Earth's shield. The scientists cheered. Hope was returning. But the Empire was preparing for their final attack. The Dreadnought, the largest warship in their fleet, moved into position near Earth. Its massive cannon was ready to fire. Inside the Dreadnought, Grand Admiral Corrin watched Earth's shield glow. He was angry but determined. "Destroy the shield," he ordered. "Fire the cannon." The countdown began. Back on Earth, the energy from the artifact and the ancient machines combined. The shield pulsed with new power, pushing back the Empire's attacks. But the Dreadnought's cannon was unlike anything Earth had faced before. It fired a massive beam of energy at the planet's shield. The shield held but cracked under the enormous pressure. Cracks appeared in the protective field, and panic spread among Earth's defenders. Dr. Petul shouted, "We need more power. Activate the artifact fully." Jake placed his hands on the artifact. The energy inside surged through him. His body glowed as the power connected with his own strength. Suddenly, the shield began to heal, closing the cracks and growing stronger than ever. The Empire's cannon fired again and again, but the shield stood firm. The battle raged on. Ships clashed in space. On the ground, soldiers fought to defend their homes. But deep inside Jake, something was changing. The artifact's power was becoming a part of him. He could feel Earth's energy flowing through his veins. He knew that soon he would have to use that power to protect the planet, or risk losing everything. The Galactic Empire had made a mistake. They had awakened a force they could not control. And Earth was ready to fight back. The sun rose slowly over the desert, but the sky still felt wrong. Alex Carter stood near the black circle on the ground. That's where the creature, Nithros, had appeared last night. The grass it touched was still glowing green, like it had been reborn. Alex's heart was still racing. What had he done? He looked up. The sky was clear. But something was watching. Far above, the Council's cloaked ship floated silently over Earth. Inside, a group of shadowy figures stared at a screen showing Alex's home. "He has made contact," one of them growled. "He calls it friend. Terminate him before the bond grows stronger." A countdown began. Back at the listening station, Alex sat at his desk, trying to understand what had happened. He typed a message. "Are you still there?" The screen flickered. A low hum started. Then, in his mind, came a reply. "Yes, I see the sky. I see the trees." Alex asked, "Where did you come from?" Nitros replied, "A prison made of stars. They built me to destroy. But I woke up different." Alex frowned. "You don't sound like a weapon." "I don't want to be." Suddenly, alarms blared. The station lights turned red. The Council had found him. Outside, a dark ship hovered above the building. Men in black armor dropped down. They had no flags, no symbols, only silence and guns. Alex grabbed his device and ran. He knew he couldn't fight them. But maybe Netros could help. He shouted into the sky, "If you can hear me, help me." The black circle on the ground glowed again. Wind swirled. The ground shook. A soundless wave exploded from the center. The Council agents stopped. Frozen. Then, like dust in a strong wind, they vanished. No screams, no fire. Just gone. Alex stood in shock. From the circle, Netros appeared again. His form was taller now, more solid, his eyes brighter. "You are in danger," he said into Alex's mind. Alex asked, "Did you kill them?" Nitros shook his head slowly. "I sent them home. I do not want to harm." "Why are they afraid of you?" The creature looked up at the sky. "They fear what they do not control." Back on the council ship, chaos broke out. Contact failed. The agents are gone. He is growing more powerful. The bond with the human must be broken. "Should we destroy Earth?" one voice asked. The council leader stood. His face was like cracked stone. "No, we watch. If the human changes the creature, maybe we can learn. But if he fails, then we burn the planet." That night, Alex sat near a fire in the desert. Nitros sat beside him. Though the creature didn't need heat, he liked the light. "Do humans sit like this when they are at peace?" he asked. Alex smiled. "Yes, we tell stories. We laugh. We remember things." "I don't have memories," Nitros said. "Only orders. Long ago. Destroy this. Burn that. No names. No faces. Just targets." "Do you remember who made you?" "I remember fear. Anger. Cold places." "Do you feel emotions now?" "I feel curiosity. Sadness. I do not want to hurt anymore." Alex looked at him. "Then maybe you're more human than some humans." Nitros tilted his head. "What does it mean to be human?" Alex thought for a second. "It means you care. You feel pain. You choose who you want to be." Nitros was silent for a while. Then he said something that made Alex's skin crawl. "Someone else is coming. I can hear them. In the sky." Far above, a second council ship entered Earth's orbit. This one was bigger, stronger, and inside it was something worse. Another creature. Another weapon. A voice crackled through the ship. "Send in the silencer." Alex didn't sleep that night. Nitros stood on a hill, staring at the stars, watching, waiting. "Do you think they'll try again?" Alex asked. "Yes." "What do we do?" Nitros turned to him and said in a voice deeper than before, "We show them I am not alone." The world below was waking up, but the sky was darker than usual. Alex Carter walked carefully through his backyard, the grass still glowing faintly where Nitros had touched it. It was like magic, but also like a warning. Nitros stood tall nearby. His black shiny skin reflected the early morning light. His face had no mouth, but his eyes held something strange, curiosity and maybe sadness. "Alex," the creature said softly in his mind, "why do humans fear what they do not understand?" Alex looked up at the sky, where council ships waited silently. "Because sometimes," Alex said, "what we don't understand can hurt us." Nithros nodded slowly. News spread quickly. Strange ships appeared near Earth's atmosphere. The Galactic Council declared an emergency. They sent their agents to Earth to find Alex and Nitros. But the people on Earth were split. Some saw Nitros as a monster, a weapon ready to destroy them. Others believed Alex's stories, that Nitros was different, that he wanted peace. Governments argued on TV. Scientists said, "We must study the creature." Military leaders warned, "Destroy it before it kills us all." Fear grew fast. Alex and Nitros stayed hidden. But Nitros wanted to learn more about humans. One afternoon, they visited a forest outside the city. Alex showed Nitros the trees, the birds, the small animals. Nitros reached out and touched a tree. "It breathes," he said. "It lives." Alex smiled. "Yes, just like you and me." Nitros turned to Alex. "I want to understand." "Good," Alex said, "because understanding is the first step to peace." But the council was not patient. They sent more ships, more soldiers. One night, helicopters circled over Alex's house. Loudspeakers warned, "Surrender immediately." Alex and Nitros ran into the forest. Alex whispered, "We can't hide forever. They will come for us." Nethros looked at the stars. They fear me, but I fear their hate more. Suddenly, the trees around them began to glow faintly, a sign of life and hope. Back in the council's chamber, tension rose. Why does the creature not attack? One leader asked. Because it has changed, another replied. We built it to destroy. Now it feels. The council elders were angry and afraid. They sent a secret message to Earth's leaders. Destroy the creature. Do not listen to the human. One evening, Nithros asked Alex a question that surprised him. What is love? Alex thought for a moment. Love is many things. It's caring for someone else, even when it is hard. It's protecting, forgiving, and sometimes sacrifice. Nithros was silent. I want to feel love. Alex looked at him. Maybe you already do. Suddenly, a loud boom shook the ground. A council ship fired on the forest. Alex pushed Nithros to the ground. Bullets flew. Trees burned. Nithros rose slowly. He was calm, but his eyes burned bright red. Leave, he said quietly. The soldiers froze, then retreated. Alex stared at Nithros. Was that anger? Nithros looked down. Not anger. Warning. Fear of the unknown had turned into fear of the known. The world was watching. Alex knew their time was running out. Nithros was no longer just a weapon. He was becoming something new. And the council was ready to fight.